what's up?
Good, how are you? We are already.
You call me out upon the waters, the great unknown, where feet may fail. And there I find you in the mystery, in oceans deep, my faith will stand. And I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace. I am yours and you are mine. Your grace abounds in deepest waters. Your
Good evening and thanks for having me. I am Brandon Wright, a professional photographer and mixologist located here in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're currently at Ball and Biscuit, one of the best bars in the city located on Mass Ave, and I am here to teach you how to make the 2021 Brebeuf Bistro Margarita. I want to give a special thanks to the Brebeuf Mothers Association for having me and allowing me the opportunity to create and share this recipe with you. Also, I want to give a special thanks to the Indiana Liquor Group, who has given us the supplies to allow all of you to make this cocktail in the comfort of your own home. Without further ado, let's get started. The first thing about the Brebeuf Bistro Margarita that really makes it stand out is going to be the cinnamon vanilla agave that's used. How we're going to make that is we're going to take the Trace Agaves 700 milliliter bottle. We're going to pour this into a pot. We're also going to take 20 cinnamon sticks, dump those into that same pot, and use a 1/4 ounce of vanilla flavoring, not extract, but flavoring. We're going to bring that pot to a boil, and then we're going to let it simmer for about 15 to 20 minutes. The important thing after it's done simmering is to let it cool and to let it cool naturally. Don't try to expedite the process by putting it in the fridge because you can run into some bacterial issues. So let this cool before you use it in anything. But once you have that, we're going to use a 1/2 ounce of the cinnamon vanilla agave. Be sure to strain the cinnamon sticks out before you pour it into your container. So this cinnamon vanilla agave, we'll only use a 1/2 ounce of that. And a good rule of thumb when it comes to making cocktails is to use the ingredients, your smallest ingredients first. That way, if you were to spill it or if you were to mess up the drink and use the wrong ingredient, you're not wasting the expensive stuff. The next thing we're going to use is this Pierre Ferrand dry curacao. This is also going to be a 1/2 ounce used in this drink. And the Pierre Ferrand dry curacao is a great one. You'll see a lot of margaritas are made with maybe tequila, agave, and lime. Some of them may have some orange, maybe some lemon, but the orange curacao really broadens the flavor. This dry curacao is basically just made from a bitter, dry orange peel. It's going to be fairly similar to your Cointreau or your triple sec. It's just going to have a bit of a drier flavor to it, but really makes it good for this margarita. Next thing we're going to use is our lime juice. As you can see, this is in a container. This is fresh squeezed lime juice. And whenever you're making a cocktail, you always want to use your freshest ingredients. So if you can get some limes, you can cut those up and squeeze them, then by all means do that. However, there are substitutes and you can go to your liquor store or your grocery store and get the real lime juice, the bottled lime juice, or any type of lime juice. The importance is to remember to keep it refrigerated after you use it. So we used 3/4 ounce of the lime juice. The next ingredient is going to be the Giffard Creme de Mure. And this is essentially just a blackberry liqueur. This is another thing that's going to really make the margarita what it is, that bistro blackberry margarita. However, the cool thing with this is that, say you don't like blackberries, maybe you prefer raspberries or strawberries, you can use any flavored liqueur for this drink. Whether it's strawberries, raspberries, watermelon, peach, whatever the flavor may be, you can use that and make a bunch of different funky colored margaritas and flavored margaritas, however you see fit. And our last and final ingredient is going to be the tequila. Now, the recipe calls for Don Julio Blanco tequila. However, we're going to use Cabrito Blanco, and you can use whatever Blanco tequila you'd like in this cocktail. It's going to be 1.5 ounces of that. Another cool thing about this drink that I really enjoy is that, say tequila isn't your thing, maybe you prefer vodka or you prefer gin, all of these ingredients are going to pair really well with either of those spirits. So you don't have to use tequila, maybe you can mix it up a little bit. Now that we have everything in our shaker, I'm going to add some ice. So how much ice do we add? As you can see, there's a wash line in this cup. And that wash line is essentially right at the top of where the liquid is at the container. So what we're going to do is we're going to go above that wash line with the ice. We're going to take our other shaker and shake this vigorously for at least 10 seconds. That's a good rule of thumb. You'll see that there are a couple of different ways that you can kind of tell when the cocktail is ready. The container will become really cold. Your fingers may begin to kind of stick to the container a bit. You'll be able to hear it. It has a little bit more of a slushy sound. And you'll be able to kind of feel the difference in the consistency. So it may be a little longer than 10 seconds, but you want to at least do 10 seconds. And the importance here is making sure that you're combining all of the ingredients of the cocktail. You want to make sure that the citrus, the lime juice, the sweetener, and the tequila are all blended well so that you really get that complex taste that you're looking for in a cocktail. This isn't a tequila soda. This is a premium cocktail. So now what you're going to do is strain your drink. I like to strain it just because it keeps all of the ice chips and the pulp from the lime juice out of the drink so that you don't have weird consistencies in your drink. We've got a Hawthorne strainer here and another one there that is going to catch everything. And then finally, we are going to garnish our Brebeuf Bistro margarita with a dehydrated orange, which is a really good play on the colors of Brebeuf, which is a maroon and gold. We're almost there. We're not quite there, but very close. So there you have it, the 2021 Brebeuf Bistro margarita. Again, I'd like to thank the Brebeuf Mothers Association for allowing me the opportunity to create and share this recipe. And thank you to the Indiana Liquor Group for providing us with the supply so that you can make this in the comfort of your own home. Enjoy the rest of the program. Have a great night.
Hi and good evening to you. I'm Drew Blair, proud Brebeuf graduate, 2001, now daybreak anchor on the morning news of Wish TV. Very proud to be your MC for the event this evening. On behalf of the Brebeuf Jesuit Mothers Association, we are delighted to have you with us for Brebeuf Together Bistro 2021. This year's Bistro offers an evening of student musical entertainment, silent and live auction items, watch party updates, and a good time. As Brebeuf's largest fundraiser, Bistro continues to be an opportunity for parents, alumni, and friends to share in a fun evening while supporting the cause we hold dear, the Brebeuf Jesuit community. Proceeds from Bistro directly impact the students, faculty, staff, and programs at Brebeuf Jesuit. It's always a good time. Even in this virtual format, you can throw the mask away and just enjoy from home. I remember when I was in school, we had a couple fun themes for Bistro. Mardi Gras was one, circus was another. You know, now more than ever, our world needs strong leaders, leaders with a sense of purpose, values, and direction. Brebeuf Jesuit's mission and its caring and most dedicated faculty and staff help to achieve this goal and enable students to cultivate the fullness of their God-given talents as a responsibility and as an act of worship. Tonight's event will not only be a fun-filled evening with lots of exciting items to bid on, student entertainment, and special remarks from some of Brebeuf's finest, but it is also an opportunity to gather as a community, albeit virtual this year, though we can still gather as one, as Brebeuf together. All proceeds from the Brebeuf Bistro provide critical support for the students, faculty, and staff at Brebeuf Jesuit by providing important scholarships, financial aid resources, programs, events, and special projects. I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the entire Brebeuf Jesuit community to thank some very important people. Let's start with our co-chairs for this wonderful event. Brebeuf moms, Megan Johansson and Catherine Williams. The two of them were supported by an incredible network of volunteers, and this event could not have been pulled together without their hard work and dedication. A special thank you to the generous donors who supported this year's Bistro with a sponsorship gift. Without the sale of tickets for a live event this year, sponsorship was more important than ever to help make this year's Bistro a great success. Special thanks to those who enhanced our evening, including Jonathan Brooks, chef and owner of Milktooth and Beholder, Ben Hardy, chef and co-owner of Gallery Pastry, Josh Stone King, chef and co-owner of The Vanguard and 317 Barbecue. Brandon Wright, our celebrity mixologist of The Ball and Biscuit. Fork and Function, Cantaloupe TV, Daniel's Vineyard, and the Indiana Liquor Group. Now, let's check with our live MC for the evening, faculty member and all-around rock star, Matt Mayer.
Drew, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. And again, thank you to all of our wonderful sponsors for being part of Brebeuf Together Bistro 2021. My name's Matt Mayer. I'm a social studies chair and all-around great guy who is out here today because of how much I love Brebeuf Jesuit. And I wanted to be part of everything that is Bistro 2021. When they said, Matt, do you want to do it? I said, sure, what's the dress code? They said, have fun with it. So I like to keep things formal, but you know, I like a good party. I like a good beach scene, and you can probably bid on some of those things for me tonight. Speaking of bidding, I want us to make sure that we look at the bottom of the screen right now in the Qtego website. If you have not signed up for our silent and live auction items, please make sure you do that right now so you can take advantage of all the wonderful things that we have going on tonight. If you notice over my shoulder, we've got some wonderful Brebeuf people out there tonight. While we all can't be together in the same room, I don't feel alone here in Memorial Gymnasium. I've got so many friends, part of the Brebeuf Jesuit Zoom watch party with us that we are going to. Everybody say hi to everybody at home. Wave to us here. All right, all the wonderful people who are watching at home, we're going to get in touch with them later on. Another way that you can stay connected with Brebeuf Bistro 2021 is through social media. So if you have Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook, make sure when you take pictures of yourself celebrating at home with all the wonderful Braves in your life, you use the hashtag Bistro 2021 so we can see all of those wonderful pictures that you guys have from tonight. Right now, we're going to send it back to Drew, who's going to introduce a very special guest for us tonight. Drew?
I would like to introduce Brebeuf Jesuit's current president, Father Bill Verbeuf. Father Bill serves as Brebeuf's 12th president and began in this role in July 2018. He's known for his loving personality, his motivational spirit, and his care and concern for the Brebeuf Jesuit community. Father Bill would like to offer a few words of thanks and appreciation. Father Bill?
Good evening. My name is Father Bill Verbeuf, and I am the president of Brebeuf Jesuit. And it is my task this evening to welcome you to the Bistro. As we all know, it's been a very challenging year, and so tonight is our opportunity to come together, even though it's virtually, to celebrate the Brebeuf community. Some of you are tuning in from Indianapolis, some of you are alone, some of you are in house parties, some of you are from across the country. No matter where you are zooming in from, I just want to say welcome and to allow yourselves to have a great evening. The school year has been very challenging, but I would say that Brebeuf has done a pretty remarkable job of weathering all that we've had to. And so it's important for us to come together just to celebrate and to have some fun. The women who have worked on this have come up with some wonderful gifts, wonderful prizes, and hopefully you will all walk away winners tonight, because when you walk away winners, that means that Brebeuf walks away as winners. And it's through this type of support that we're able to carry on our mission and to educate and form the young men and women that parents have entrusted to us. So whether you are a current parent, a past parent, an alum, a future parent, a future alum, thank you for zooming in tonight and have a great time.
Thank you so much, Father Bill. You know, I say this from the bottom of my heart and not because of the fact he's sitting like 2 feet away from me behind the screen, but Brebeuf Jesuit is so blessed and so excited that Father Bill is part of our lives, and he makes this ship go in the right direction all the time. So we aren't who we are without the direction of Father Bill. So again, thank you so much, Father Bill, for kicking off the night. We're going to send it actually back to Drew right now, who's going to introduce some of the silent and live auction items for us. So Drew, what do we got?
All right, thanks, Matt. The silent auction has been open for a few days now. There are lots of wonderful items from which to choose, including travel packages, restaurant certificates, in-home meal delivery services, wine and spirits, a reserved Brebeuf student parking space, a get-out-of-jug-free pass, and actually several of those. My brother could have used one. Front row seats to graduation, and much, much more. Now to the live auction items. The live auction is open and bids are being accepted. Please check out item numbers 900, 901, and 902 in the Qtego bidding site to start your bidding now. Let's introduce you to our first highlighted auction of the evening. The 7-night stay in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. This package is donated by Tom Hicks, class of 71. Again, 7 nights at the beautiful Villa Rosa in the Alta Vista Resort. This is a 4-bedroom, 4.5 bath villa on the mountainside overlooking the stunning Bay of Banderas in Puerto Vallarta. It sounds so perfect right now as we're in the dead of winter. Your stay includes the services of a maid and chef, hello, Monday through Saturday. The property has its own swimming pool and is only a 15-minute walk to Los Muertos Beach and many restaurants in the romantic zone of Puerto Vallarta. I'm doing this all for Senora Brown, by the way. Blackout dates and other restrictions do apply, so check out the full listing for all of the details. Just picture those sandy beaches and that beautiful blue ocean. Matt, over to you.
I mean, Drew, that trip sounds amazing. I mean, Mexico, look at me. I'm already half ready to go. Let's do this. Let's go, people. Get me to Mexico. All right? Man, that sounds like an amazing trip. But anyways, all right. Well, if you tuned in to our pre-show hour, you were lucky enough to see the Brebeuf Jesuit Choir's performance tonight, the first of 2 student performances tonight. Oceans was a favorite of the Brebeuf Choir's and was played at a lot of our masses before the pandemic shut everything down. But during that pandemic time that we were shut down in the spring, our Brebeuf Choir got together and performed a virtual performance of one of our favorite songs, and as well as one of the world's favorite worship songs. Over 35 Brebeuf Jesuit choir members, along with some alumni and some wonderful magic of technology, got together in the comfort of their own homes and individually filmed their act along with a click track and brought it and sent it into Brebeuf. And then students Herschel Nathan and Rowan Laughlin, along with Mr. Tipple, and I've been told over 200 hours of manpower and woman power to put together this wonderful virtual performance that first aired on May 13th. Now, if you weren't there for part of the performance before the show, before you got to see me, it's okay. That video is still on our YouTube channel. So after we're done here tonight, make sure you stick around the YouTube channel and check out the student performance of Oceans. Okay, now it's time for our second Brebeuf student performance of the night, and I am really excited about this one. Our students are doing a cover of My Hero by one of my favorite bands, the Foo Fighters. It was performed, edited, mixed by our wonderful Brebeuf students, and it even features a solo from Aloria Daniels, member of the class of 2021. So without further ado, here's Brebeuf's version of My Hero. What an amazing job by our wonderful students. That was awesome. Really, really great job to everybody involved in that performance. Thank you so much, and hopefully that gives you a little glimpse at the awesomeness that is our students and the capabilities that they have with a Brebeuf Jesuit education. Okay, it's going to be one of my favorite times of the night, I think, when we get to look over my shoulder, and it's going to be the first time we're going to get to say hello to the Zoom watch parties. And as you can see, everybody is just enjoying themselves, some more than others, some a little too much, but it looks like everybody's having an amazing time. Hello to everybody at home. Thank you so much for volunteering to be part of this. I see, look at the O'Briens on all their matching maroon. Hello, O'Briens. You guys look great. All right, everybody's looking good. But we're going to take a time to, what I'm going to do a couple times tonight is I'm going to walk over to the board and I'm going to put on some headphones and I'm going to actually say hello to some people here. And the first group I'm going to say hello to, I see Liz Dapp. Liz Dapp, how are you doing tonight?
Doing well.
Are you guys having a blast?
We are having a great time. The quality of this presentation is just fabulous.
Oh, thank you. I wish I could say it was me, but it's not. It's the wonderful people behind me. So you guys what are we bidding on? I heard Camellia really needs to get this puppy. That's what I've been told. Like she really wants the puppy.
We're interested in Tony Dungy. What else, ladies? Oh, the winery. That's interesting as well.
That would be a very good one to have. So we just wanted to say thank you so much for all that you guys do and all that, we know that you're all involved and with the Mothers Association, and thank you so much. There's Camellia. Camellia, I heard we're getting the puppy. Is that a true story?
Hey, we're working on it. I'd love to get a second puppy, Greg.
I tell you what, it's a lot of work, but it's...
to all the folks that have donated. This is such an amazing night. We're so happy to be together and supporting Brebeuf. So thank you, Matt.
Oh, no, thank you. I love Brebeuf. You know that. I love all your kids and all the families. So I'm so happy that you guys were able to join us, and hopefully you're having a good time and you keep bidding, and we'll make the night a good one. Awesome. Well, enjoy. I don't want to take up too much of your time. There's too much fun to be had. So enjoy the rest of the night.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. All right. Oh, I feel very Mr. Rogers-y taking off my headset and moving on over. So I'll change my shoes in a little bit here. Well, that was very nice. So we're going to do that one more time throughout the night. So please make sure we're all ready to go. And some of my really good friends are going to be next up. So I'm really anxiously excited to talk to them a little later on. All right, now we're going to move on to some of our spotlights. Tonight we're going to have 3 different spotlights from alumni, from parents, and from students. And first up is going to be our alumni spotlight with Dan Leckleiter from the class of 1997. He sat down with us and shared some of his experiences from his time in Brebeuf and really how the idea of men and women for others truly stuck with him and is with him today. So let's hear from Dan.
I think one of the things that occurred to me right away was what a diverse place it was. The side of town I came from, frankly, my class just wasn't that diverse. And, Brebeuf, immediately there are all these, different people, interesting people, a lot of different things going on in their lives and different experiences. And for me, even at age 14, I found that to be really appealing. And I think, beyond that, the Jesuit approach to education was kind of apparent from day one. You could feel that in the fabric of the school. You could hear it in the hallways, and sometimes in ways that just weren't easy to label, but there's a special feeling about Brebeuf, and that was one of the reasons that drew me here. I look back at Brebeuf as a place that really helped kind of form the adult that I became. And I think it really started here. Whenever I think of Brebeuf, one of my favorite sayings that Brebeuf uses is men and women for others. That commitment to not just kind of traditional community service, but to focusing on the people around you. Are you making them feel welcome? Are you including them? Are they a part of your life? Do they respect you enough to have you be part of theirs? it fosters a certain togetherness, a sense of community that I think is deeper than at many other places. You know, the spiritual aspect of Brebeuf, the retreats, the ability to come to Mass, to pray together, even if you're not all of the same faith background. I really think that spiritual component added a big kind of mental or psychological health piece for us as students that you just don't get everywhere, and I think it's really important. There's, you know, a God who loves you, who's, you know, whatever your faith background is, who's looking out for you, and we need to take time just to decompress, whether that's, you know, in the chapel or, you know, quietly on a PRT or on a retreat. When I was asked to sit on the board in 2011, I was first of all surprised that I was asked, and second of all, really excited, because, you know, I hadn't really been involved with Brebeuf other than, you know, maybe through an annual donation since I'd left in 1997 to go on to college. But when I came back here, despite everything else that I'd done in the community and really enjoyed it, I always, in the back of my mind, said, man, I'd really like to get involved with Brebeuf again, but I didn't quite know how to do it. When that opportunity came up, you know, the first thing that popped into my head was, I wonder if it's still the same place. And, you know, I remember coming back here for that first meeting, and within 5 or 10 minutes, I realized much has changed, but the culture has not. It's still, you know, I think because of our, you know, Jesuit charisms and the Jesuit kind of Catholic spirit, I think really flows through the school and always has. And I think part of the reason the culture hasn't changed isn't just the Jesuits, but it's really the quality of the people here. It's the faculty, the staff, the school leadership have always been of just such high caliber, people who genuinely care about the students and the families here. You know, we're very fortunate, I think, to be blessed with a very generous community. But I think there's also members of our community who, you know, need our financial support, and members of our community who we really want to be here. You know, it's Brebeuf to me is an easy place to write a check to, because you know that it's going to go to it's something very good. It's going to go to developing, you know, as I said before, men and women for others. And I think in our world today, that's a very powerful thing, something very worthy of our dollars. We have tremendous, you know, high caliber alumni out there, and I think that all of them should feel welcome to, you know, give back to Brebeuf in more ways than just writing a check. You know, we want ideas, we want involvement, we want time. You know, this is a place, I think, that only gets better based on, you know, the ideas of those who truly care about it.
Thank you so much, Dan, for sharing those wonderful words. You know, something that Dan said that really stuck out to me was when he talked about how, when he came back for the first time, how the school itself had changed, but the culture had really stayed the same, and that idea that men and women for others is still very prevalent. And as a faculty member here at Brebeuf Jesuit, I can tell you, and I can promise you that on a day-to-day basis, every adult in this building, whether it's a faculty member, a staff member, or an administrator, is constantly bringing that message to all of our kids. We live in a crazy world, like Drew talked about at the beginning, and about how we really need leaders who are truly men and women for others. So Dan, know that what you learned in '97 and all the alumni that are tuning in with us tonight, that mission, that culture, that's still at the heart of our community today. Speaking of community, it's time to throw it back to Drew, who's going to talk about our next live auction item. Drew, what do we got?
All right, Matt, thanks. Time to talk our second live auction item for which you can bid. This package is being donated by Father Bill Verbeuf and Chef Josh Stoneking with the Vanguard. You and 12 guests will have the rare opportunity to celebrate a private family mass with our Brebeuf president. You may choose to host the mass at home or here in the Brebeuf Jesuit Chapel, or a mutually agreed upon location, date, and time. Mass will be followed by a catered brunch. Celebrating your faith with family and your friends in this intimate setting will create a memory to last a lifetime. Note that this must be redeemed by December 31st of this year. Matt, back to you.
Drew, thank you so much. That sounds like such a wonderful opportunity for one of our families, but you know, why would I talk about it when I can actually bring on stage or on the floor with me, the guy responsible for that package. Father Bill, come on out. Ladies and gentlemen, Father Bill. Father Bill, I'm going to mask up so I can be with Father Bill. Father Bill, we are always safe. We are always masking up while we're together within our 6 feet here. So Father Bill, this is an amazing opportunity for an amazing, potentially amazing group of people. What did they have in store if they bid on this?
Well, if you are the lucky bidders, you will have the honor of having a group of people gathered, first of all, for a wonderful brunch, which I am excited about. I'm hoping I'm invited to stay for the brunch. But you will also have an opportunity to gather family and friends who you invite to come together to pray. And obviously, I am offering a Mass, but you might not be Catholic. So if you would prefer just to have some type of prayer service, we can arrange that. But I think it's sort of epitomizes of what we're about. The foundation of what we are is to grow in our faith.
Absolutely.
And so to be able to offer a Mass or a prayer service in someone's home is a real privilege.
Absolutely.
So you might this year have an opportunity to celebrate someone's anniversary, someone's special birthday, graduation, maybe someone in your family is going to get engaged and you would like to celebrate in a special way. I would be honored to be part of that celebration with you. But before I leave, I just want to thank everybody who is really participating tonight, because the effort, as you know, really is to help us to be able to make sure our mission comes alive. So our students and our faculty and staff especially, I stand here to thank you for that. But this special item, I would be honored and privileged to be invited into your home to celebrate a Mass or a prayer service with you.
Awesome. Thank you
and
so
Matt,
much.
You're doing a great job, as
I
you
appreciate
always
it.
do.
Thank you. Thank you.
Go Braves.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Father Bill, everybody. Thank you so much. Father Bill. Also, to reiterate, the brunch will be provided, so you're not expecting Father Bill to make the brunch for you too. So that should probably bring the price up for this, right? I would assume, you know, Lego waffles if Father Bill's making it, but you know, we'll see. We'll see. I'm sure it's going to be a very great time, and what a special opportunity for whoever the lucky bidders are on that. Okay, so now we're going to move on to our second spotlight, and I mentioned it before when I was talking to some of our wonderful mothers. The Mothers Association, you know, is really the heartbeat of what keeps this school going, and Blues Week or whatever, the Mothers Association is always around. And now our second spotlight, we're going to have two of our wonderful mothers who served as our co-chairs for this wonderful Bistro event. We're going to listen to Megan Johansson and Catherine Williams. So ladies, take it away.
So get me started first with who has who going to school here.
You go first.
Okay, I've got Weston Williams, and my husband Dan and I. Weston is our first and only child, and he is a junior this year, class of 22.
Okay, and?
So my daughter, Caitlin Smith, is a sophomore, and she is my one and only, and she is a class of 2023. For me, we looked around, and what concerned me the most, what I see in public schools, and even some private schools, were class size. And I felt, knowing my daughter, and specific for me, I think it's a choice for every family, but knowing my daughter, she did not thrive in an environment where she was taking an AP level course with 30 other students. And that's what you're looking at in public schools, 30 plus kids in a class. And I just was like, I want to give her the best level of success that I can. And here, the student to faculty ratio was like 1 to 12 at the time, and I think in a class about 1 to 18. So I was like, sign me up. And they had a broad spectrum of things. So like there were other schools that we liked, but they didn't have an orchestra, and she plays the cello. There were other schools that we liked, but there wasn't the component of community service, of spirituality that I was hoping that she would get from it. So that's what made us choose Brebeuf.
I'll tell you what, the administration, the faculty and staff know my son personally. And in fact, they make it a point to know each student personally. And I feel like Weston is treated with the same type of grace and mercy as he is at home. And so that was a draw for our family. Something that drew my family to Brebeuf was the very intentional development of the whole student, the whole person. There's the character piece, there's the spiritual component, and the philanthropic piece. And that's why we're doing this, because we and so many other parents are pleased to contribute to this great school and to see it thrive and continue for generations to come.
It's a community effort. The best part about Brebeuf as a high school is you have that community feeling that you might have felt when your kid was in kindergarten or third grade or fifth grade, elementary school, where they do a really good job of partnering families and students and faculty and staff. And at Brebeuf here, I feel like you get that same thing, but a little bit more elevated, where your student is considered responsible for themselves, but you can be just as involved as you want. I mean, normally a lot of moms are here every day. I think there's a stigma with Brebeuf as it being a private school that everyone here can afford it, or that everyone here is a level of privilege. And they are privileged just to be a part of the school, but it takes a lot to provide what they provide here. And I don't think that those resources should ever be limited. So I want you to kind of see what the need is and see that despite how nice our facilities may seem, or we're still a very small school. We still just received, there was a time there wasn't a football field. There was a time there wasn't a place to practice. There was a time there wasn't an auditorium that could suit us, So these all things are important, but most importantly, it's the students. And this is an opportunity for alumni, family, friends, neighbors to really just do something for the community, which I think we're all kind of desperate to do because we're not able to socialize the same way. So being able to give back in that way, I want your heart to feel like I'm a part of this and I don't mind sharing because of it. That's what I want.
This is what Bistro supports. The money that's raised can go to families where there's a financial need, and you will see everyone from a full paying tuition family to a family that is relying heavily on financial aid, and that's fantastic. So by contributing and bidding and having fun at Bistro, it is feeding into all those things we love.
Number one thing you love about Brebeuf?
Community, the sense of community and care that our family has received.
Man, I'd say that too, but for me, honestly, I can't get enough of our slogan, which is men and women for others. And I think learning that at a high school age, that's something that usually doesn't come until you're like 30, I feel like, 20 sometimes. So having that instilled in them that young, that's the most important thing to me.
Thank you so much, Megan and Catherine, for those wonderful words. Things that stuck out to me there is that idea that at Brebeuf, there truly is something for everyone, whether it's sports, academics, orchestra, choirs. Brebeuf has so much to offer so many people, and it truly is a place where you will be known. Whether you like it or not, you will be known by so many people around this building. Okay. Now it's time for the first of 3 warnings. So this is my first warning, and I'm going to tell you that we need to get our bids in, right? There are so many wonderful things on the Cutega bidding site for you to take advantage of. So if you still haven't signed up, what's going on? Get on there. This is your first warning. It's on the bottom of your screen. Get there now. Log in. Let's go. There's so many wonderful things that are potentially available. We've got, I've got my eye on, as I look at it on my phone, I got my eye on that green egg so we can finally get that barbecue club going here at Brebeuf Jesuit. I've also got my eye on the Vespa. If you've dropped your students off at all this week, you've seen that awesome Vespa scooter parked out front, and every day I come in and I say, can I drive the Vespa scooter today? And every day they say no. you cannot drive the Vespa scooter. It's a new scooter. It's not lightly used. It's not gently worn. It's a new scooter. Thank God they didn't let me on the Vespa scooter. But right now we're going to go back to Drew for our third live auction item. And I have a feeling that Drew's just a little excited for this one. Drew, what do we got?
Matt, no promises of holding the dog voice to a minimum for this next live auction item. Bundle of Joy donated by Colonial Village Labradoodles. Multi-generational Australian Labradoodles are fabulous dogs. As Indiana's most reputable Labradoodle breeder, Colonial Village Labradoodles has established a breeding program with well-tested breeding stock, highly socialized puppies, and a keen eye to service. The breeder health tests all of their Labradoodle breeding stock for OFA hips, CERF eyes, PRA eyes, and cardiac. They also test for incorrect coat, so they can breed for allergy-friendly, non-shedding dogs. Each of their puppies are professionally temperament tested using the Wendy Volhard method, guaranteeing a perfect fit for your family. They also use the Avidog method. Your puppy includes spay and neuter surgery, the first round of shots, a microchip, deworming, professional temperament analysis, 2-year health guarantee, and 1 month of free Trupanion health insurance. All of our puppies go home with a great go home bag of supplies, they say. So that, I mean, this is truly a live auction item, Matt, a live puppy.
Oh my gosh, Drew, you're right. Those puppies do look pretty adorable. I mean, if I didn't already have 2 dogs and 4 kids under the age of 11, you know, I'd think about bidding on that. No, you know what? I'm going to save that one for all of our wonderful, wonderful bidders out there. It should be known, though, if you do win this puppy, you get to pick it out. So you will go to the breeder and you will actually get to find the puppy that's the perfect fit for your family. So get bidding on that, and maybe one of these furry little guys can come home and be part of the Brebeuf community as well. All right, we are now going to go back to the big board. We got our Zoom watch parties, and we are a little bit deeper into the night, and people are still having fun. Everyone is moving around. I see people socializing and doing all these fun things, and there's a guy that I want to talk to. I'm going to make my way over to the screen, and I'm going to talk to our esteemed athletic director, Ted Hampton. Theodore, how are we doing tonight?
Hey, Coach Mayer, we're doing really well.
Oh man, you know what? I told people here, I miss you. I'm so locked up in my office that I don't get to see you anymore. And I stand here because I'm standing under the basket that Aaliyah Martin made that layup in 5 years ago already. And just what a great moment that I got to share with you. But everybody knows you're a rock star, so thank you. But speaking of rock stars, we're having a good time over at the Hampton household, are we not? Are you guys having fun?
We're having a great time. We're just trying to keep Brian Hamlin under control.
I mean, yeah, he's got to get the Qtego website away from him. Oh, look at these guys. We got Dean Adams, Tobin Strader. Is that brother Mark back there? We got a very, very fun time. I'm a little jealous. And there's Pat.
It's a very diverse group.
Yeah.
Miss Watco, obviously a Brebeuf legend.
Yes.
Been around since '77. Just making our young ladies into strong women, and she's a phenomenal educator. And we're lucky to have. There's Brian right there.
Brian Hamlet, yeah.
Being a goofball. We're having a great time.
That's awesome.
It's a phenomenal event, and can't thank everyone enough for all their support of our community and the impact that the donations have on our students. We see it every day, and we couldn't do what we do without it.
Awesome. Well, I thank you so much for being part of this. I love your shirt. I love you.
Thank you.
It's amazing. Looking good. Tell Hamlet to bid on that on the green egg, because we need to get our...
Are you guys going to get that barbecue club
We need
started?
to get the barbecue club started. We can get behind that. Hamlet, barbecue club, let's go.
He's very excited.
We need to figure this out. So, oh well. All right, buddy. Well, you have a great night, and we will thank you for being a part of this. So.
I do have a question for you. Is there going to be a tire change where you put the pants on and then a fun shirt
Hey, you know, I don't have a fun shirt, but I figured for like the last 15 minutes, I better class it up a little bit. So, yeah, keeping it classy. So,
Yes.
all right, Ted, thank you.
Thanks, Matt.
Have
Thanks,
a
everybody.
Thank you. All right, buddy. Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. So there's our esteemed athletic director, Ted Hampton, as I make a nice spin there. So, all right. So, as you could see there, you could get a little taste. You saw everybody from Ted Hampton, our wonderful athletic director, Dean Adams, who is in charge of our wonderful orchestra and choir and all those things. And just those are some of the great people that make this place how awesome it is. So it is unbelievable. Now we move into what maybe is the end result of that awesomeness, and that is our third and final spotlight for the night, and that is our student spotlight. Now we are going to hear from a wonderful super senior in Bella Ford. Bella, take it away.
You are in what grade?
I'm a senior, so 12th grade, yeah.
How's that feeling?
I feel very confident in the way that Brebeuf has prepared me. While, you know, college and the transition and change is very confusing and it's a new process, I think Brebeuf has prepared me very well, not only in terms of who I am as a person, but academically as well.
Okay, so you just saying that because you're on camera and you really feel that way?
No, I genuinely feel that way. I have seen a growth in myself from middle school versus now in terms of how I'm able to tackle problems in terms of whether it's on homework or whether just in life. I've definitely seen that personal development. I think a big word that I've really focused on throughout my high school experience is balance, and just really trying to achieve being a well-rounded individual, somebody who's not only well-rounded academically, but also spiritually, and just in terms of my personality. I would say that that's the biggest difference, is really knowing who I am as a person and growing in terms of being a well-rounded individual. The faculty and staff at Brebeuf are some of my favorite people. Can I say their names directly?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Payne Elliott has been one of my biggest supporters, not only personally, but just in terms of academically. You know, when I was struggling and having issues, I would come in every morning at 7:30. We would go through my math homework and, you know, also talk about how am I doing as a person. Also, I love just having fun conversations. I love going into the English office, well, pre-COVID times, and I love just talking to all the teachers and kind of talking about what new books I'm reading or getting clarification on homework. And I would say that they're really willing to help. They're involved, not only, they don't care about your success only academically, they're also focused on your success and growth as an individual. So I really like that about Brebeuf. I have participated in debate since my freshman year, and I was the president my junior year. And that has been a community where I love debate, and I have always loved argumentation and kind of being able to develop that. And that community of kids is just so fun because being able to practice and just learn about different things. I've also participated in a few sports at Brebeuf. I was a part of the rowing team for 2 years, and then I did track last year. And I love Brebeuf athletics because you can really be involved and meet new people. I'm also the president of Pre-Med Club. I started being the president sophomore year. And that's probably one of my favorite activities I've been involved in. It's really allowed me to be a leader. I've directed several blood drives at Brebeuf, and kind of taking on that role as a 16 to 18-year-old is something that was a really special opportunity, and just being able to really delve into my passions, I think is something that Brebeuf's extracurriculars allow for. One of the most transformative things I got the opportunity to participate in was Kairos. And not only was it a really spiritual experience, but the bonds that I made with my classmates was really special. And I think that religiously, Brebeuf does a really good job of making everyone feel welcome. Regardless of your background or what you believe or what your parents believe, there's a place for you. And through various religion classes, I've really been able to learn about different perspectives and just the beauty behind spirituality and religion, getting to know God better as well as myself. And I think that Brebeuf really inspires you to see God in all things and to see God around you and classmates and teachers, nature, even in your math homework. And I just think that seeing God in all things is a key message at Brebeuf for sure.
Even in math homework.
Even in math homework.
Thank you, Bella, so much for those wonderful, wonderful words. You know, things that stuck with me that Bella said, it's that idea that Brebeuf is really about educating the whole person and that idea of seeing God in all things. And Bella was a lot classier and had a lot better words. She had better words than me to explain how awesome Brebeuf is. So thank you, Bella, for all that you do and said about Brebeuf Jesuit. All right, as you can see, like Ted Hampton mentioned, I put pants on just because I want you to know how serious things are getting, because this is your second of 3 warnings that the live and silent auction are coming to an end. Again, the Cutega website is listed on the bottom of your screen. Please, please, please make sure that you're bidding. Prices are going up, things are getting exciting, so please make sure that you are bidding on those websites. Okay, the next thing, as I get my notes going on here, we are going to go back to Drew, and she's going to introduce the Brave campaign. And this is a time where Drew's going to tell you all about the Brave campaign, and we're also going to hear from a lot of our wonderful students about what Brebeuf Jesuit means to them. During this segment, you're going to see at the bottom of your screen a heart. There it is, whoop, right there, there it is. This is something we want you to take advantage of right now. We are looking for great donations while you watch this video montage. If you go to the Cutega website, if you're on the website on a laptop, you can click at the donate button on top. Same thing if you're on your mobile or your tablet. At the top of the Cutega website, you will see a donate button. You get to click that button, and then you get to insert how much you want to donate to Brebeuf Jesuit. Right now, we're at $8,210, but we would love to hit $20,000 before the end of the segment, before the end of the night, but please, 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 we're already up to $8,700. So now I'm going to turn it over to Drew, who's going to explain the Brave campaign along with some of our wonderful students. Take it away, Drew.
At Brebeuf Jesuit, every student is known and cherished. From freshman orientation to graduation, every student becomes a treasured member of this special community for their unique gifts and talents, for their individual goals and ambitions, and for their desire to learn, grow, and serve. This is something so unique to Brebeuf Jesuit, and we take any opportunity to celebrate the many ways in which this community supports each other. Please join us at Bistro by contributing to the Brave campaign and supporting the incredible students of Brebeuf Jesuit. Your gifts provide the critical difference that allows Brebeuf Jesuit to offer a profound student experience with a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio, state-of-the-art dynamic and engaging learning environments, financial aid and scholarship support, a competitive athletic program, Brave Softball, over 13 musical and theater performances annually, a beautiful and well-maintained 60-acre campus, more than 50 clubs and co-curriculars, spiritual retreats, a 41,000 square foot wellness center, incredible faculty, and a foundation for a lifetime of service to others. I recall my Brebeuf Jesuit experience as an incredibly positive one, which truly helped me to thrive and grow into the person I am today. I carry with me the mission and values of Brebeuf and continue to strive to serve as a woman for others. I am pleased for you to hear from a few students who will speak from their hearts about their Brebeuf Jesuit experience.
So Brebeuf working for you then?
Yes, very much. I like it a lot. It's great.
Well, so you're not just saying that because these guys are looking over your shoulder?
Totally not, yeah. I've learned like so much since I've been here, and it's more than just like academics that I've learned. I've learned how to be like a good human and to like help others, and I think that that's more important than academics. So I'm very glad that I've come here.
I came from public to private, and public school isn't half as intimate as private schools are. And so where teachers would know my name and like my number and calling me and like, hey, you're not here in class, where are you? I'm like, oh.
You're actually paying attention?
You're paying attention and you care, and I love it and I love you. And so I think that that is by far the best part of Brebeuf is the staff and how much they take care of you past the classroom.
teachers are very open and very welcome, and the teachers are great. They're one of my favorite parts of Brebeuf because you can you can schedule them at any time. They're very free. Their schedules are very flexible.
I had a teacher that she messaged me over 2 points, and I'm like, I would have just taken the 2 points deducted. And she's like, no, you can get them back. And I'm like, you're awesome. Thank you.
So pushing you a little bit.
Absolutely. If anything that Brebeuf does, it does push you to everything that you can be in such a short amount of time that I don't think you entirely notice your growth until you get to the end, like your senior year, and you see just how much you've changed.
When I first came here, I was a little hard-headed, and I used to bump heads with a lot of people a lot because I was just trying to find my way as a person. But since I came here, I just become so much better. I've become closer with God, which is one of the building blocks of coming here. I know there's a theme here. Whenever you come here, as soon as you graduate, you have a better connection with God than when you came in. And I think that's the best thing. And just having those morals and those values that Brebeuf gives you, I think that just builds me up to be the person I am today.
You have to come in with an open mind, like the grad values, like openness to growth. That's so important when you're coming in here. If someone were to ask me what it's like, that's definitely what I'd say, because we're constantly talking about issues in society and other things like that, which is super special and definitely eye-opening to kids our age. You have to expand your horizons in order to grow, and that's what I find is very valuable in my experience here at Brebeuf.
It's the best kind of peer pressure, is the way that I put it to all the incoming freshmen, that you're surrounded by people that want to go as many places as you do and change the world just like you do. And it allows you to have all these accountability partners unconsciously. And I think that teachers make you want to be better without telling you that that's something you want to be.
So if your best friend is thinking about going to Brebeuf and can't really decide, what do you tell them?
And tell them go to Brebeuf because it will change your life. You learn so much more than academics. You learn how to be a good person. You learn how to be compassionate. You learn just so many other skills that I don't think you could get anywhere else.
I understand that many people support Brebeuf financially through their talents and their time. On behalf of the Brebeuf student body, I want to say thank you for your countless efforts in support of Brebeuf. We wouldn't be here without you.
Thank you for joining us tonight from the comfort of your home or from a watch party of family and friends. We could not have put this event together without your support.
Drew, thank you so much for everything you've done tonight. And oh my gosh, Brebeuf Jesuit, you guys are amazing. In 3 or 4 minutes, we have put together almost $19,000. But I am telling you right now that I will stay here until we get to that $20,000 goal. This money is going to help some of those amazing students that just talked and all the wonderful people that want to be part of this Brebeuf Jesuit community. So there it is. Look at that. Let's go, Brebeuf Jesuit. Let's go. Thank you so much to all the amazing people. Thank you so much to everyone who is donated. Don't stop. We can always keep going. We can always keep going. We can always be better. But thank you so much to everyone. Don't forget, the silent auction is closing right now, so soon. So if you want to, make sure you get your bids in now. And if you bid on something and you win, you will get a text message. You'll get a message very soon with a confirmation, and you'll find Monday morning you'll get an email about how you can claim your prizes. Again, I want to thank these Zoom parties. Look at these guys. Hopefully everyone is having a good time. We got people out on their patios. Oh my gosh, everything is great. We got people inside, outside. We got the Hampton household is still going strong. All the O'Brien kids are still awake. Megan Johansson, you guys did an amazing job. Catherine Williams, you all did wonderful. Thank you so much for everyone for making Brebeuf Jesuit Bistro 2021 what it was today. Again, I want to send a special thanks to all of our sponsors for making tonight possible. I want to thank the Mothers Association and our wonderful co-chairs, Megan Johansson and Ms. Williams. Thank you so much for all that you guys have done tonight. This was so much fun. I truly do love Brebeuf Jesuit, and I've been here for 13 years now, and there's no way they're going to get me out of this building. And I truly love it, and there are so many people who want to do so many good things for all the wonderful students at Brebeuf Jesuit. So again, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of everyone's heart here, thank you to you. Thank you to everyone behind the scenes that made this happen. While we're about to wrap up, stick around. We've got some bloopers that are going to come from tonight. This is a well-oiled machine, but not without a few little errors along the way. So please don't stop the party just because we're about to sign off. Please enjoy the rest of your night. And until next time, have a great night. We'll see you next year. Thank you again.
I would like to introduce Brebeuf Jesuit's current president, Father Bill. Hey. Cantaloupe TV, Daniel's Vineyard, and the Indiana Liquor Group. I messed that up, sorry. 31st of this year. And I should toss it to him again? Yeah. Okay, we'll do it again. They also use the Avidog method. Okay. Father Bill? There we go.
Got it.
On behalf, oh no.
She nailed the first one. Don't nail the first one.
Oh no.
You're adding, this is good.
I am adding.
Day. But at Brebeuf, I feel like that's not it. They teach you about religion, but they want you to perceive it how you think it should be perceived, and then they teach you about the values.
Let's take a moment to settle ourselves.
Pause for just a minute.
It'll be 2 minutes.
And if you had to pick one teacher to ride a roller coaster with, who would it be?
Probably Mr. Petty. He's so quiet, but at the same time, I feel like he's so quiet because he's reserved. But at his house, I feel like he's just super energetic. So I'd say Mr. Petty.
So last question for you. 2 people left in the dodgeball game, you and what teacher?
2 people left in the dodgeball game, me and one teacher?
Yeah, what teacher do you want to be up against?
I want to be up against, this is a good one. I want to be up against Mr. Petty.
All right, how come?
Because I feel like it would just be fun, and I feel like he has a hidden talent. I feel like, because he played basketball he played basketball in high school, so I feel like he probably has a lot of agility, so that would make the game harder. And I feel like, I don't know if he would win, I don't know if I would win, but I feel like it would just make it harder if I was up against Mr. Petty, because he played a lot of basketball when he was in high school.
You just have that sense of community here. And another thing that I really love is lunch, because lunch, I get to usually get it whenever I want. I get to have a milkshake, I get to have candy whenever, and I'm a junkie with candy. So whenever I can get my hands on candy, I'll just take the opportunity.
It's all about the show.
Yeah.